Right.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's daily brief for Lasham on the 25th of July 2024. So the synoptic situation then, as of midnight last night, as predicted yesterday, that low pressure has taken over really the weather here, certainly for today and possibly for some of tomorrow as well. There's more low pressures getting winding up in the Atlantic, which could certainly cause a problem in the next 2 or 3 days. We'll have to see near the time. But our immediate problem, of course, is this warm front and occlusion that's just about to hit the south of our country. If I run that through to midday today, you can see that the main occlusion actually has just gone right to the North Sea, but we've got this waving frontal system over the south coast, and that's going to really give us a bit of an issue most of the day. There's a small possibility of a window just to the once this wavy front has gone through. There may be a few hours this afternoon. We'll have to suck it and see. If I run it forward to midnight tonight and to midday tomorrow, so we may possibly have a reasonably fresh northeasterly unstable air mass to use tomorrow, depending on what these three trough lines are going to do. So that'll determine the length of the day. Okay, spot winds today are pretty well anywhere between 240 and 260. Surface winds on the ground are about 230. But this is the main issue, as you can see, this cloud. And if I run it through, the waving front is this little bit around the bottom, the thicker the cloud, and we're basically underneath this 8/8 pretty well for the day, I'd suggest, although there may be a possibility of clearance a little bit later. If I run the rainfall, so this is the rain associated with that waving front. You can see it's just about clipping us or staying pretty well to the south. This is the actual rain at the moment. If I zoom it out a little bit, you'll be able to see some heavier stuff coming a bit further in from the west. But if I go through the actual rain forecast today, so this is 9 o'clock this morning. And if I run this through 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, you can see the rain's pretty well with us. Well, the worrying thing around about midday is this heavy rain. There's a band of heavy rain. It's going to sit with us for 2 or 3 hours. And really, the question is, can we use anything with this gap this afternoon? So I think we need to be prepared to be able to use it for those that want to go flying. But we're talking at the very earliest 1:30. There may be a window before the next batch of rain hits, which will be around about 6 o'clock this evening, which will probably ruin the Thursday in the evening group. A local forecast indicating low cloud and rain up until 12 o'clock. May get 19 degrees here for lucky and really overcast for the rest of the day. I don't particularly think we're going to see the sun. And you can see the winds, the surface winds are pretty well a steady 10 knots from the southwest. GFS is indicating max temperature 20 and a dew point at 17. Well, in anybody's language, that's pretty low cloud base. View outside the window, pretty spectacular. And I don't think that's pretty well going to change for the next 2, 3, 4 hours even. And the weather stations indicate a moment just off 16 degrees, dew point down at 14, and a nice steady 8 knot breeze from the southwest. Okay, TAFs and METARs from Odium, the longer they are, the worse the weather's going to be. So I'll just skip on to Farnborough because it's a little bit more accurate. So let's run to this then. Broken cloud at 900 feet, temporarily between 7 and 3 this afternoon, 7,000 meters, rain, light rain and drizzle. 3,000 meters, broken cloud, rain and drizzle, becoming between 11 and 2. Broken clouds at 2,000 feet. Now, this is the sort of area I'm hoping we're going to get a clearance after, but it's not that optimistic. Broken clouds at a height of 1,100 feet, it's saying later. I'm not convinced about that locally. Top Meteo, clearly we're not going anywhere today. But I thought I'd just bring the significant weather chart up today just to show you what they think it's going to do. So we're around about here, I suppose. And this is at 8 o'clock this morning. If I run this through 9, 10, 11, 12, still low cloud, mist and rain. 12 o'clock, still there. 1 o'clock, still there. 2 o'clock. So top meteo is really not indicating that we're going to get a clearance today. I'm a little bit more optimistic than that. However, SkySight is concurring with that. So this is the potential flight distance clearly, and this is the actual forecast for Skyside. 1,000 foot cloud base if we're lucky, coming down a little bit. Obviously, this wave, as this wavy front goes through, the cloud base going up and down, but the maximum we're going to get is going to be about 1,000 foot. And I think that Skyside is probably the more accurate of the two today, in that we're not really going to get a clearance. 600 foot cloud base. And if you look at the cloud layers, we've got cloud layers all the way through down to the ground pretty well. And I think that's a more accurate one to go for. No, Tams, I'll very, very briefly run through them. I don't think we're going to go anywhere. Farnborough is active today. They're supposed to be doing parachute displays and all sorts of things. I'm fairly confident that's not going to happen. The usual Barton Stacey, and then over here at 19, we've got danger area is active, and 20 and 22 is Uphaven for a telephone change. Not worry about that. Okay, so let's run through the actual charts then. So there's Farnborough, nothing's changed. 23rd, it says 12:45, it's 1 o'clock till 4:30 today. That's for the parachuting and the like, but that's not going to be a factor today. Cross section, this pretty well sums it up, I'm afraid. Low cloud, 500 foot, pretty well through most of the day till maybe 2 o'clock if we're lucky, and there may possibly be a clearance. I think people's enthusiasm and appetite has probably waned a long time before then, but all I can do is predict what the forecast is going to be. Winds 200 degrees from 12 knots thereabouts, and yeah, yuck, 18 degrees if we're lucky after that. Okay, so no reported movements, overcast with low cloud till at least 1 o'clock. I think there's only a 10 or 20% chance of a possible clearance this afternoon, such that we could fly, and the wind's going to be favouring 2-3 all day. We have a full booking. Al Melmore and Bob are on the K21s on the list. Merv's decamping to Denby today, which is probably a very, very good thing to do. And he's taking the 4 and one of the discs is down there. Mike Birch has his K20 as usual, and all other gliders pretty well available. Simulator, I've written here simulator available and is available. Sam's done a lot of work on this, and in the last few days they've fitted feedback motors, so you're getting stall buffet through the stick, and if you drift down into the slipstream you're getting buffet through the stick, and it seems to be working very, very well. I encourage people to have a go and a look at that, and we'll see how things go from there. Okay, there's the list for today's, all pretty good, although I don't think we're going to be too lucky with the flying. And if we do set up at all today, it's going to be on runway 23, I fear. There's a very, very small chance it'll be 7, but I think it'll be 23 if we do get up and running at all. Okay, so thanks very much then, guys. I'll be around. Bronze C exams, anything like that you want doing, come and see me. We have availability today. Thank you. Bye.